there, baby. Well, as you guys might expect, the Power Rangers movie has really been killing it in terms of merchandise. I mean, they have the expected interlockable Zords and the Power Morphers and stuff like that. But what I thought was a real kind of stroke of genius for them was in their action figure range. They have this then and now range where they have 2 packs of Power Rangers, one in the old school style, Mighty Morphin, and one in the new school style based on the new movie, which is a lot better than I expected it to be, or a lot better than it has any right to be, actually. Still not that great, but hey, you take what you can get. So I decided to pick up the red Power Ranger, because that had the most accessories. Yeah. So, here's the packaging. They have the different logos in the background, pretty nice. In the back you can see the Rangers themselves, and the other ones in the range, or blue, black, pink, yellow, Trini, Kimberly, Zach, and Billy. This is Jason, of course. And yeah, it was really kind of a great way of showing that they're really embracing the past as well as the future with this reboot, and not trying to erase what people loved about it. I think that's a really good sign of why the movie turned out as well as it did, considering, because like the new comic books from Boom Studios, these are made by people who knew the franchise growing up and were able to translate what they loved back then into something that's good and relevant now, or more or less relevant. Well, anyway, here are the action figures. There's old school Jason, there's new school Jason. Jason, of course, is the only Ranger in the new movie to have his own unique weapon, which is a little bit disappointing, but oh well. Yeah, if you take a look at the box, all the other Rangers have some sort of weird, like, power fist fight and blur thing, which I don't quite get, but I guess I need to give them something. But yeah, so let's just take a look at the Rangers. Yeah, the articulation on the new school one is pretty good. They have ball joints in the legs. Sculpting's nice enough. We do get kind of the screwy things in the shoulders there. And the interior of the leg there's a little bit iffy. But otherwise, it's pretty nice. The chest plate here is just a sticker, as is the visor, which is, I would prefer those to be painted or maybe crystal-like there, but you can't have everything, especially if you're looking for sure, it's a pretty decent price. And yeah, so yeah, it's pretty good and good representation of what is in the movie, and very very playable. Now looking at the sweetie pie. Looking at the old school Jason. Come on. Yeah, it's also pretty good. If you look at the head, there they have most of the details are right. It's not quite as meticulous. This one doesn't seem to be quite as meticulously detailed as the new school one. I mean, they kind of fudged a bit on the Tyrannosaurus teeth on his helmet, as you might could tell there, depending on the quality of this video. But on the other hand, the power coin on his belt there, come on, focus. There we go. Is pretty well defined there. Come on, focus a little bit more. Whatever. And also, yeah, you see, kind of got the muscles going on there. The screws are a bit more prominent in this one than the new one. It goes. Now, here's a question: do you think they had these things? Do you think they based these off a pre-existing mold that was already lying around there, or do you think they created these recreate these old ones specifically for the new series? I suspect they adapted this from a mold that had been previously used for the retro figures, because this is not nearly as well defined as those. So I imagine those are more specialty molded, while these are more classically molded. Well, anyway, speculation aside, let's check out their accessories. Start with the power sword, kind of stuck in there. There we go. And I guess we need to lock this onto Jason's hand there. Let me just bear with me a minute. So I guess it's supposed to be the left hand, not the right hand. Or the right hand, my right, your other left. Anyway. So there we go. There's new Jason with his power sword. It's kind of fits a little bit loosely in there, but it's all right. It does the job. Yeah, it looks better from the outside than it does the inside, but okay. And the sword itself is kind of like flimsy, bendy plastic. But yeah, it looks all right. So now the new school one, we have the see, that's why I went for this one, because not only does Jason the only one with his own weapon, the old school guy comes with both a sword and a gun. In fact, all the old school Rangers come with both their typical weapon and a gun. That's when there's sellotape in there. Didn't notice that. Yeah, so that's something that I do have to wonder why they decided to opt out of giving the other Rangers these little the old dagger gun things that they had in the original series. Aw, Gwen, need some lovin's, huh? Yeah, here's Jason fighting the mighty Gwenster. Aw, she loves him. Don't we all, Gwen? Don't we all? Yeah, so the power sword has same kind of bendy plastic, but also kind of well defined. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera. It has kind of patterns and grooves on the blade, and there's a decently well defined little icons on the coin there. And now the power gun is much more plain. And the sculpting's pretty good, but it doesn't have the same color scheme as the old school guns. I mean, I remember having some of the old school Power Ranger toys when I was a youngster, and even their guns had white and color pattern. Well, this is just solid plastic. In fact, there's one thing about those old school toys that I'm a little bit disappointed that the new movie didn't do. I mean, as far as I've seen, none of the new Power Rangers toys use the likenesses of the actors on them, which is weird because one of the major reasons why the new movie works as well as it does is because the actors are so good with even with these kind of archetypical characters. They bring so much like vitality and life to them that they do. That it's almost a disappointment when you finally see them all decked out in their power suits, and they kind of go into sort of like an anonymous fighting thing against the Putty Patrollers. So yeah, I do have to wonder why none of these action figures have any like removable helmets or even flippable heads like the old school Power Rangers did. You think the studio didn't get the likeness rights to the actors? I mean, you think that'd be something that they'd do right away for the merchandise? I don't know. Maybe they were trying to make it more really articulate, because of course with the old Power Rangers, things with the flipping heads, the actors in the Ranger helmet, you'd only do so much with their arms and legs with those sort of figures. Who knows? I'm not the one in charge of merchandising. So yeah, those are the then and now Power Rangers of the red variety. And just figured, yeah, pretty nice toys, very playable, well sculpted. Decorations could be better, but hey, can't have everything, can ya?